Hello, how's it going today? It's Frankie Nelson here. I'm going to be talking about a movie that I just seen that I think everybody of you've heard of, you must have heard of it. It's called Saltburn. And this is probably the most darkest and twisted, sickening film I've ever seen for a long time. It's up there with Serbian film with being disturbing on that many lengths. I was lost for words after I watched it. I was like, I don't know what else to say about this. Some of the scenes in it are grotesque and disgusting, even vile to the point where I nearly end up gagging. I mean, before I get into those scenes, I wanted to explain what the movie's about. This is spoilers. I would suggest if you want, you can watch the movie first because I've got to say the acting in this film is phenomenal. I mean, there's not many people can act so fluidly like that. And I got to say that the mystery behind it and how it was, the storyline, dialogue, I think it was quite good. It's a shame they couldn't have any more to it. It's about this guy. I think his name is Oliver. That's it, Oliver. And he goes to this college or school, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. And he befriends this guy. I think his name is Felix. He befriends Felix, and Felix just says, "Oh, you're having too much stress at home, so come to Mines, come to Saltburn." So I was like, okay, so that's how it. He says that, and he goes with him. And his family a little bit eccentric. Now, when I saw this movie, when I saw that, I was like, okay, this family are a bit crazy. They're looping their head with how they're talking about him, how they even, come across, you know, character wise. It's hard to explain, right? And then you sort of glad you get into it, and you start thinking this Oliver guy is acting very strange. Now, bear in mind, I can't explain the whole of this movie because it's over 2 hours long. But this is a very dark movie. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell more of the story now. There's particular scenes in it where he does very dark things, and you wouldn't expect that basically because you would think this guy is the normal one where he goes with his family, starts finding information about them, but it doesn't work out that way. In one scene, God, this Felix guy is how should I explain it? He's doing something beginning with the letter M that us guys do, and he's in a bathtub, and he does what he's doing, and then after he's finished from the bath, Oliver starts to drink the water. Now I looked at that and think maybe he's behaving like this because the family are weird. Okay, that could be a reasonable storyline. So I'm gathering so far. And I don't want to mention all the guys. I'm gonna make it feel as quick as I can. Then another scene came up. Where he's with this girl, I think the daughter of the parents, obviously. I think it is anyway. She's she was outside and Oliver was talking to her. He starts using some very strange and very charming language, as if he's trying to manipulate her into I don't know. I've seen the music. He's trying to trick her into doing as he says, or something like that. And he starts putting his hand up her, and she says it's not that time of the month. Most of you, all of you that have seen the movie before know what scene I'm referring to. This is the scene I've heard of on TikTok, but obviously I haven't quite watched it for myself. I now see what they mean. Oh, the scene with when she's on her thing and the blood is on his finger and he starts. I don't want to describe it. It nearly made me gag. I was horrified by that. I don't know what else to say. That scene completely caught me off guard. I didn't expect that. Then he goes into this guy's room. I think the dude's get or something like that. It doesn't matter anyway. He starts he goes on top and he was like, "You got to listen to what I say. Okay, you're gonna listen to me." He starts using. It's almost as if it's like he turns out to be the darkest one. It's 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 weird and strange. Like I was just like, what the hell is happening here? It doesn't make any sort of sense. Then he sees and then Felix takes him to his parents' house and stuff like that. But the thing is, right, Oliver said to Felix that his dad passed away. But when he got to parents' house, the dad is alive. And he wasn't the only child as he claimed. And he starts getting all stressed out and stuff like that. You begin to get to unravel where this is going basically. He starts they go back to the house and he couldn't stay there anymore, a bunch of more like. And he starts like, I think he obviously like murders this guy because right, they're drinking alcohol, so he murders this Felix dude, and nobody knew what was happening, but everybody started to get suspicious of him. And then I think he murders the girl in the bathtub. We don't see all this, but obviously that's what we're gathering. And I think the way he's using his words and charm is like, you start to begin why he is the way he is, and you see scenes of Oliver talking to someone. Now, you would think I was talking to a therapist. Fair enough, talking to a therapist. That's pretty normal, right? Talking to a therapist. Okay? So you think he's talking to a therapist, then as it gradually gets into it, he's actually talking to, one of the parents, like the mum, that is in a coma basically. I think it's dark. It's twisted and it's dark though. Like I literally thought this guy was a saint at the start. But then you start to realize that Felix was being too trusting with this dude, not knowing what he's actually like. It's always the quiet ones, though. I've got to say that usually the quiet ones. You have to watch it for yourself so you can gather more information about it, or you can tell me what you think about it. But it's just a very dark movie. I think it's because he wanted what Felix has lifestyle wise. He wanted what they had, which I understand because he felt jealous, he felt envious. That's why he acted the way he acted, because he wanted that whole lifestyle of luxury. People go to dark lengths to do all this. I'm telling you, I don't know what happened to the dad. I don't know what happened to the other son, basically. Um, I forgot the other son's name anyway. It's just really dark. I mean, and then he starts talking about how he manipulated this Felix guy to let him into his life. Like, tampering with his bike, pretending he had no money, pretending his dad passed and he's the only child and his mum's alcoholic. Potentially, I would say the mum part isn't true either. It's dark. I've never seen a movie this dark before. I was just like, I wonder what the whole fuss is about with Saltburn. I'm just speechless. Who writes these sort of things? How can you act on it? Like, I think these actors, they need to make a sacrifice in this, and it was just, scenes are just nasty. It was graphic, it was vile, it was grotesque. Not as vile as Serbian film. A Serbian film is the most vile and disgusting we've ever seen. Partly glad I watched it, but partly glad I don't, because this will be stuck in my head now. I don't want to mention every single detail in this movie, but boy. And then at the end, it shows him getting the mansion to himself, which, I mean, that's what he wanted the entire time. That's a messed up thing to do. Honestly, to manipulate his way in. It was easy. I mean, this Felix guy was. You would think Felix and his family were the crazy ones. But it just goes to show, though, never underestimate certain people. This movie has a strong message like that. Never trust too easy. As soon as Felix found out Oliver's dad didn't actually pass, that should have been a cut off immediately. Felix made that clear, but obviously Oliver didn't want to go. I don't know. I mean, that's just how I see it. If you want, you could check the movie out for yourself. I mean, I have no words to describe what I watched. But yeah, I couldn't mention every scene anyway. And the rating for this, boy, acting's phenomenal. One of the best acting scenes in any movie. Right? But it said comedy, drama, and thriller. I think that's what the website said. I don't know. I think it's just a straight up drama. There was no humour in it. It wasn't. The thriller part was probably the murders and what happened in parts of it. That's probably what it was, but there was no comedy in it. So if it actually contained those genres for real, then that just affects the rating right there. The rating for this movie would have to be an 8 out of 10. Simply being, I think the acting is incredible. The fluency, the character, the Oliver portraying that manipulative character is perfect. It is out of this world, mind blowing. So the acting is spot on there. So yeah, I've got to admit though, every character played this part. With acting wise, with the storyline, it's magnificent. Out of 10 it is. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, share everyone So subscribe and hit the bell notification below. And so see you in my next video.